Hi, thanks for visiting my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to take a look at the Institutional Fundraising Databases for 2026. So this video highlights the ultimate institutional fundraising databases for 2026, and it's for institutional and corporate grade clients only. It is the collection of the best databases that have been recently refined, and they're going to carry you all the way into 2026 for your fundraising campaigns. Now, I get contacted by a lot of people on my website and as well as other platforms looking for investor databases for fundraising. Now, I want to make it really clear, this is not a budget shortcut or a magic bullet database that removes the real work of fundraising. These databases are more premium, they're for professional fundraisers, and it's really an institutional grade tool meant to support disciplined strategic execution. In other words, these are professional lists for professional fundraisers. Okay, so let's take a look at the core database selection for 2026 fundraising. Now I'm going to show you the spreadsheet again coming up a little bit later, the two spreadsheets that I use to create these more refined databases. But just to start off with, these are probably the key databases that most people are going to come to me to take a look at, whether that's on the website or other platforms that I use. So first off, you've got AI investors. So if you're looking in the sector of AI, this is the most comprehensive one, and includes both funds and investment groups, investment companies, or other fundraising entities that would take a look at it. We have early stage venture capital funds. Then we've got Global Family Investment Office database. That's the most comprehensive one that you're ever going to find. It has been created using two very comprehensive institutional databases, and it's also very refined. So this is the only one that you're going to have that's global, that includes hundreds and hundreds of contacts. Growth capital, investment companies. Then you've got the Middle East Family Investment Office database, and again, that comes off the back of the Global Family Office one, most comprehensive one that you're going to find. Then you've got Middle East funds, so these are funds that have been raised in the Middle East, and of course, these are from 2022 to 2025. The reason I started 2022 is they're probably allocating capital right now, and because they go up to 2025, you're going to have a long runway up to probably the end of 2029 to be able to use that database for. Minings and minerals, I recently used that for a client that is in that sector. Private credit, private equity, real estate, institutional one. I'm going to show you this as well on my website coming up a little bit later. This is the most refined institutional grade database if you're looking to raise capital on real estate, because it is not only using the real estate database that has been created, it is very refined into particular sectors. I previously did a video on this if you want to go back and take a look at it, but it is the most comprehensive one that you're going to find. Saudi Family Investment Offices, again, that was off the back of the Global Family Office ones. Sovereign Wealth Funds, you've got UAE Family Investment Offices, US Seed Capital, Venture Capital. Then on the right-hand side, I've got databases that are more country-specific, and I've created them again off of the two institutional grade lists. So Canada, China, Europe, Hong Kong, India, Singapore, UK, and the US. So in total, you've got two types of databases. One has 24,500 funds, 400,000 key fund managers, investment fundraising contacts. Where else are you going to get that sort of coverage? And the second one is 28,000 investment and fundraising firms, again with 117,000 key global contacts. Okay, now let's take a look at the two source databases that I use to create all the refined ones. But firstly, a key database disclosure. I like to add this to all my database videos. Now, my extensive database library provides hundreds of thousands of global contacts, typically including profiles, emails, and websites, though not all details are complete. It's primarily compiled and updated from 2021 to 2025, with most updates in the last 2 years. Now, this corporate resource may include contacts whose roles have since changed. It's designed as an excellent starting point for outreach. It's best leveraged and continually refined by organizations with dedicated data teams. Now, remember one thing, you cannot scrape this type of database off the internet. Don't fall for anybody that pretends to provide you that type of service. It just doesn't work. In fact, most of the key contacts that you're going to see in my database, their names and their contact details are not even on their website. So that's how exclusive these type of databases are. Now, this database comprises a blend of individuals and companies, each with distinct investment criteria, and operating conditions. So there's no guarantee that your approach will be favorably received. So note, this database is available to corporate or institutional grade groups only, no personal sales. Okay, now we're over on the first of the spreadsheets that I'm going to show you. And this one here is the investment companies and other fundraising sources that you're going to find. You can see there's 28,700 of them. If I scroll back up to the top, you're going to get their firm name, you're going to get their background, so you're going to be able to do more filtering in that regard. Again, it's a global list, so you can get the city, the country. You're going to get what type of firm they are. There could be an asset manager, sovereign wealth fund, there could be investment banks, they could be pension funds, family investment offices, and so on. So there's pretty much everybody in there. A lot of times you're going to get the fund counts as well. And again, the country, region, and as I scroll a little bit over to the right hand side, you're going to get their website, you're going to get their company email, and then as you scroll over a little bit further, you're going to get more information about what particular sectors they're interested in. So again, that's the first part, and that's the firm list. Okay, now we're over on the key contacts. So again, there's just a little over 117,000. And if we scroll back up to the top, you're going to see the investor name. You're going to see the firm type. You're going to see the title, name, role. So that could be somebody that's with the investment team. It could be with the board. It could be management. It could be portfolio. And you're also going to get their job title. You're also going to get the information on the asset class that they particularly handle, which can help you with more refining. And in this database, there's around 70,000 emails. So what happens if you want to contact somebody you don't have an email? Simple. Just type their name into LinkedIn, and I get about a 98% hit rate on that. So you're going to be able to really drill down and either find a way to contact them through email. In most cases, you're always going to have multiple people at each firm that is going to help you out in that regard. And then again, you've got more information on the city and the country that they're located in. Okay, now we're over on the second spreadsheet. So this is the second source list. Again, on the bottom left-hand corner, you see we're just a little over 24,800 contacts or firms, funds, and then you're going to take a look at the top. You can see you've got the name of the fund, you've got the background, so you can get more information there. You're going to get the year, inception year. You're going to get the asset class. So it could be private equity, it could be real estate, it could be venture capital. And then you're going to get their strategy as well, whether that relates to the asset class. For example, if it was real estate, it could be real estate value added, real estate core, and you also going to get information on the region. You're going to get the fund manager name, of course, and then when we go over to the contact sheet, you're going to see how that applies. If I go over to the right hand side, you're going to get more information about the core industries, the verticals, and more information about what exactly they look for primarily. And as you go further to the right hand side, you're going to pick up more information on that as well. So that is a great supplement to the first list that you saw a little bit earlier. And now we're over on the contacts for the fund. So these would be mainly the fund managers. Again, you saw in the previous spreadsheet you had about 117,000 contacts. This one here you've got a little over 412,000. So again, very comprehensive database. You're going to get the firm type, you're going to get their name and their title, you're going to get the asset class that they're responsible for. In this database, you've got around 277,000 emails. Again, really easy to just take their name, punch it into LinkedIn if you don't have their email, and you're going to get about a 98% hit on that. Either way, you're always going to find a number of people within each firm that handle whatever particular asset class you might be looking at, whether it be real estate, private equity, and so on. So altogether, these two spreadsheets with these two accompanying sheets within them provide you a great resource when you're looking to source capital in 2026 and beyond. Okay, now let's take a look at where you can acquire these databases. This is my website. It is called DubaiInvestorsList.com, and I'm just going to go quickly through it here. You can see on the top I have all the major lists: Middle East, Global Family Office, Private Equity, Institutional Real Estate. I have AI Investor Database, Minings and Minerals, Growth Capital, Early Stage Venture Capital. So let's just click into one of them here, Middle East Family Office Database. So you're going to be able to get a write-up of what the database includes. You're also going to get on each of these, you're going to get a YouTube video that can show it in more detail. So the beauty of this is it just limits the amount of questions that you need to ask, because I really take a lot of time to prepare these for you. And I also scroll down a little bit further, you can see a little bit more information about them. And as we move forward, you can see a lot of research that I've actually done on the particular database. For example, the Middle East Family Office, some of the trends, where they're investing, what sector exposure, so on and so on. So you can see each of these is going to have a lot of information for you. And another thing that you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to buy the database rate from the website. Now, all you have to do is click the button. I take PayPal and credit cards. And one of the things is you're going to be able to get that database delivered usually within minutes, maximum up to 4 hours, because it is a manual process. But it is a really good way for you to navigate the site. So let's go back to the home page here. So go to the home page and you can see a little bit more information about the whole concept of the site and why it is the most opportune place for you to pick up updated institutional grade databases. I even have a little blurb here about why my real estate database could be worth $10,000, and it describes basically the concept behind it and some of the extra work that I could do for you if you needed extra services other than just a plain database. So you can see here's a little bit of a description. I made a video of this a few days ago on the real estate database. So basically you can acquire the database as what I call the raw database, and you can look at possibly getting refinement here in the event that you want more advanced services. So this is a great spot for you to end up getting more information about the databases, and you can also use the contact forum if you want to get in touch with me. For more information, contact DubaiInvestorsList.com. That's DubaiInvestorsList.com. Please like, share, and subscribe.